Okay, so we were talking about is, as I said, right to food. So now we will, as I said, and all categories here, if you can see, is like 3 kg of rice is given, 2 kg of wheat is given, and 1 kg of coarse grains is given. So this is done by cooperative structure also, and then center and state, some provisions are same as like the TBDS, except that the center will provide the food security allowances to state to pass on to it to the beneficiaries, and the state and the center are not responsible to supply food grains during the time of natural calamities like floods or drought. And any, so there is a district grievances cell also, so there are redressal officers will be appointed, and then there will be an establishment of state food commissioner. So there is no law in TPDS, but here there is a law. There is an establishment of state food commissioners, then there's a vigilance committee at district level and block levels. Okay, so this is a very big advantage which we can see in NFSA. So let's just clear this. Yes, now we will talk about certain technology missions in India. Okay, so let us write here technology missions in India. Okay, now this was first initiated in 1987 by the Rajiv Gandhi led Congress government. Okay, and Rajiv Gandhi had chosen his close aide, that is Sam Pitroda. Okay, so who was the first person he chose? His close aide Sam Pitroda to lead the mission. Now the mission had a task to cover this with a 5 critical area which are considered very important for the development of the Indian economy and the society. So let us see the core focus areas. Okay, so what was the core focus area? So core focus areas. So first is immunization. Second is literacy. Third is oil seeds. Fourth is drinking water. And fifth is telecommunication. So there was a lot of focus given on these things. Okay, so the sixth goal of dairy production was added in the succeeding year. So apart from that, there was some 5 missions were going on simultaneously, and the 6th mission was also given. So let me just rub this. Okay, so the 6th goal of dairy production was added to. Okay, so as I said, what was it? To make the drinking water available to most of the backward villages, to immunize pregnant women and 20 million children per year. So let us see one by one. The first is to make, so this was the technological mission. So let me write down here mission. So to make drinking water available to most backward villages. Second is immunize, so increase the immunity system, pregnant women and 20 million children per year. Third, to teach people in the age group of 18 to 35, and what was it? To read and write. So these were the third mission. Let us see the fourth mission. Okay. To increase oil seeds, production. So as I said, it was done by Rajiv Gandhi. This technology was done, and what was the first one? Was to make the drinking water available to most of the backward villages, to immunize the pregnant women and 20 million children per year, to teach the people in the age group of 18 to 35 years to read and write, and to increase the oil seeds production. Okay, and to, so so that you can eliminate the imports of oil production, and to eliminate India's imports of edible oils. Okay, and remember the sixth one, because I had told you, first was immunization, second was literacy, oil seeds, drinking water, telecommunication. These were the focus areas of technology, and the sixth was the introduction of dairy production. Okay, so I remember, and who had Rajiv Gandhi chose for this mission? His name was Sam Pitroda. Okay, and it was initiated in 1987. So now let's talk about the sixth goal. Okay, as I said, to increase the oil seeds. So the fifth goal was also to increase, and that is why you can see the dairy production is so strong. We are so strong in dairy production. Dairy production to attain self-sufficiency, increase dairy employment and income of dairy farmers. Okay, then 6, improve service, dependability and accessibility of telecommunications across the country, and that is also including the rural areas. So rural areas also, there should be coverage of telecommunications. Okay, so what was the progress? Let us see how the progress was made. So just let me clear this. Okay, so we can see progress one by one. If we talk about the drinking water mission identified 1 lakh problem villages. Okay, so research was done by geo-hydrological mapping to determine where to drill new wells, increasing water sources, and many villages had some water but did not have access to clean water. So water was tested in the labs and official standards of quality and quantity were established. So this mission was also included an effort to educate people how to repair broken pumps, and when they are broken, and before, when pumps broke, they usually stay broken due to the lack of local know-how. So the technology of repairing the pumps were also taught, and it was very easy to understand. The repair manuals were distributed in each of India's 15 languages, and later it was also made available online to see how the pumps can be repaired. Yes, talking about immunization, now in 1987 India had the highest amount of polio in the world. So now this mission was met with top immunization experts to decided to begin immunizing the country using an oral vaccine. So as a live virus vaccine, the oral version had to be refrigerated and keep in the fridge. So they developed a cold chain for handling the vaccine with industrialists to get refrigeration to all parts of India. So the mission, so let me write down, this is very important point. So the mission also launched India's polio vaccine production, okay, capacity. So how much can you produce, that was also given. So in 1987 India had, very important point, had zero. So they didn't have anything, they never produced any polio vaccine. Production capacity. So with government backing, the scientists, they began to study France and Russia's methods. So several years later, so let me write down here. So several years later, India was producing all of their own vaccines. Okay, so 25 years, so just after 25 years later, so that is in 2013, India was declared polio free. So it took 25 years for India to be polio free. What about the literacy? So let us talk about the literacy. Okay. So how technology has helped literacy also. So if you see, technology started, technology mission was started or began, okay, India's literacy was only 50%, okay, and several 100 million adults were illiterate, and most of them were women. So most of them adults were women who were illiterate. So the mission had the dual focus of motivating people, especially adults, because after a certain period the adults are not interested to study, and they provided them materials at night or evening colleges and school and teachers also. Okay, so this way the literacy rate also increased by way of technology. Let's talk about the next one, that is oil seeds. So India was importing $1 billion of cooking oils in each year. So when large portions of Indian land were suited to growing oil crops, then the Prime Minister thought that why not shift to oil seeds, okay? This way we can reduce the import of oil seeds. So farmers did not grow these crops because they found that their crops were not profitable. If you remember the story, only rice and wheat they were more interested. So this was caused India's costly economic situation. So, but this was actually very, very bad because India was becoming a beggar because of this, okay? So the goal was to make the farmers see the benefits of planting the oil seeds. So the finance minister Kurian, he handled the buffer stock, and he described the plans, and he said that, we need to move into areas where there is a gross exploitation, and we have to restructure the marketing system so that the small producer is not eaten up by the middlemen or the oil kings. Okay, so that is why, so Kurian was the first person, so let me write, was the person to encourage farmers to grow oil seeds. So then what happened? India was definitely benefited. India was in fact exporting, yes, exporting oil cakes at the rate of 600 million per year. Okay, now let's talk about telecommunication. Now telecommunication, India has done wonders actually. If you see now also, India is doing really very good in telecommunication, and we are one of the very strong industries in telecommunication, and we come among the major countries to have a great technology in telecommunication, but we need to enhance more. Okay, so let's talk about telecommunication. Yes, so communications. Okay, now the official goal of the telecom mission was to improve service, then dependability and accessibility of telecommunication across the country, especially also the rural areas. Okay, so this was through lot of development had to be done, and digital switching networks, then local manufacturing had to be done, so that manufacturers are encouraged to make telecommunication goods, and privatization was also encouraged. So now if you see, India has made maximum progress in providing accessible and cheap telecom services to 924 million people. So let me write down here, today India has made maximum progress in providing accessible and cheap telecom services to 924 million people. Okay, now let's talk about the next thing, that is dairy farming. So let me just clear this. Yes. Okay. So now talking about dairy farming, the goal of dairy mission was, basically was to see that, was to develop and implement technologies to improve the breeding, then animal health and fodder and milk production. Okay. So today if you see, India is #1 of milk production in the world. Okay. So that is a great achievement. So let me write down here, dairy farming. So it is only done through way of implementing technologies to improve the breeding, then the animal health and fodder and milk, So let me write down the mission. The goal of the dairy mission was to develop and implement technologies to improve breeding, animal health and fodder and milk production. Okay, so today if you say, India is #1 producer of milk in the world. Okay, so after the defeat of Rajiv Gandhi led Congress government at the center, okay, the successive governments have transferred the responsibility, irrespective of whatever is happening in the changes of the government. The successive governments have transferred the responsibility of each of the core areas to the respective parent minister. So it's not just because in the Congress led government had got this plan and the other governments have not implemented. In fact, they have implemented it very well, and in fact they have just seen that the responsibility has been transferred to the core areas of the respective parent ministry, and that is what each country should do. Okay, now let's talk about some technology missions in the agriculture and the horticulture department. Okay, so let me just rub this. Okay, technology missions in agriculture and horticulture. Okay, so here under this there was a mission called as the National Mission for Integrated Development of Horticulture. Okay, so this is a centrally sponsored scheme. So let me write down here. It's a centrally sponsored scheme of MIDH. Okay, and it has been launched for the holistic, what is holistic? I said complete development in the country during the 12th plan. Okay, so this started from 2014 and 15. Okay, and there are a lot of missions going on. So there is a national horticulture mission, then there is horticulture. So let me write down the missions. What are the missions? So many missions have opened up. Okay, so in 2000 scheme, this has took off from 2014. Okay, and it integrates, so 2014 2015 integrates the ongoing schemes. So these are the ongoing schemes, okay, of National Horticulture Mission. Then there is Horticulture Mission for North, East and Himalayan states. Then there is National Bamboo Mission. Then there is National Horticulture Board. So these are several bodies, okay, and it is integrated. Then there is Coconut Development Board. Then there is Central Institute of Horticulture in Nagaland. Okay, so now let's discuss some horticulture missions for Northeast and the Himalayan states. Okay, so let's write down here. So horticulture mission for north east and Himalayan states. Okay, so yes,